everybody, it's Anna. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for you guys to be here today because it is Wednesday. And even though this is a late upload because I'm uploading it the day I do it, you guys, it's been a crazy week. It's been hectic. Some of you guys already know what's going on in my life. If you don't know, I can say soon, not right now, okay? It's Wednesday, and that means number 2 in my series for Grandma Phyllis's recipes. So we would have this meal, which is toast with mayo and eggs, when my grandma was between paychecks and we didn't have any food left in the fridge. She would bowl up. She always made sure we had milk, eggs, and bread, okay? So let me show you how to make this, my grandma's style, okay? The first thing you need to do is you got to get your mayo. This is whole wheat bread. She used to use white bread. I'm using whole wheat. And then these are just 2 regular eggs. Okay. Just in case we need some. So then she used real mayonnaise. I just got the off-brand real mayonnaise. And we're always a mayo family, not Miracle Whip. What do you guys? Are you guys Miracle Whip or mayo? I personally like them both. I actually don't have vegan mayo this time, you guys, because the vegan mayo wasn't on sale. So this might hurt my belly a little bit. I don't know. I don't really eat mayo a lot anymore, so then you just spread your mayo around in the bread. We need some more mayo. My grandma used to let this sit up with mayo. So yeah, this was like in between paychecks. You got nothing else in your fridge kind of meal that she would make for me and my sister. My sister did eat this one because it's egg and not tomato. This is kind of like the tomato thing, but not really. So there you go. Make sure you got a generous amount of mayo on there, guys. Because you know the egg yolk is a little dry. And this, I'm going to call it the egg on toast. Grandma Phyllis's egg toast. And this is what we would eat when there was nothing else in the house. And it's still really delicious, you guys. Let me just put a little danger into my tongue. It's just me eating, you guys, okay? So, the next thing she would do, and I hope you guys are close enough, and I know the white kind of like bleeds out with the light. But so you got your toast, and you got your eggs, you got your mayonnaise. And so the next thing you're going to do is my grandma used to have this egg like slicer. It would slice the egg real nice, just do-do-do-do-do. And you wouldn't even have to use a knife. But for me, I have to use a knife. I have not found one yet. So you just want to slice your egg and try to keep it whole, like that. Try to keep that egg in there, that yolk in there, because the yolk is going to want to pop out. Okay? So that's what it should look like. A slice should look just like this. And you just put it on your sandwich, your toast. Yeah, toast your bread, you guys. It's okay when you don't toast your bread, but it's a lot better when you toast your bread. And then this is just like egg white. Throw all that bit on there, baby. Throw it all on there. My grandma used to do 1 egg per slice of toast. So that's what it looks like. Ugh. Egg on toast. Yeah. Then let's do the other one. And you guys, I'm telling you, it tastes good. And if you guys don't know how to boil your eggs, you need to boil your eggs. And you need to do it perfectly, like you're making hard-boiled eggs, okay? Like you're making double eggs, I meant. You need to do it perfectly so it looks cute, okay? My grandma always boiled her eggs perfect. I learned when I was dating a bodybuilder, and he ate literally 12 eggs a day. And so I boil my eggs just perfectly now, okay? So as you can see, you know the egg yolk is dry, right? And that's why you need all that mayo. Okay, let's just get some of these yolk pieces up. Make it look a little bit more presentable. Where's my phone? Okay, so that's what it looks like. I want to take a picture. Yeah. Cut your toast in half. Diagonal this way. My grandma always cut it this way, even though I always wish she cut it diagonally because I thought it was cooler. But she always cut it this way. Never diagnose her. What was up with that, man? Okay, so the next thing you do is you take your little bit of salt. Just a bit of salt. However much you like on your eggs. She used to use iodized salt, but we don't need that these days. Okay, we don't need iodized salt. We got a lot of iodine in our lives. That was back in the old days when people didn't get enough nutrients. And you pepper it. Okay, put as much pepper as you want on there. Look at that pepper. I almost just lost my dinner, you guys. So we used to eat this for either breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever we wanted to. Here we go. Okay, so this is how she made her meal. This is what we would eat it for breakfast. We'd eat it for lunch. We'd eat it for dinner. Whatever we needed to do to get us by to her next paycheck. Because she was raising 2 of us grandchildren on 1 grocery store clerk budget. Okay? Cashier's budget. Now I got some water with a little bit of Skinny Girl in there, coconut. Apparently ice chunks. Ooh, so let's try it out. Oh my God. It just takes me back, you guys. Just take me back to childhood. I love this. The salt, the pepper, the mayo, the eggs. I mean, it's kind of like a deconstructed egg salad sandwich. You know, we didn't have onions at this time to make egg salad, and she always liked onions in it. So this is how we would eat it, you know, between paychecks. Oh, it's so good too. You guys, so good. So this would come out. So yes, between paychecks we would eat this food. That is what made me think about bringing this recipe back to you guys. And today's little story, I just wanted to tell you guys about kind of like what my grandma was. Like, there's some things I remember about her that she really, really was passionate about. One was theater guild. She was a theater major, and she was also an what is the word? Executive piano teacher or something like that. She did all that kind of stuff when she was younger. She was in the Madison Theater Guild. She was very passionate about like Phantom of the Opera and Jesus Christ Superstar and Man a la Mancha, Grease, Fantasia. She loved all of this. Trans-Siberian Orchestra was one of her favorite. I always told myself, when I get older and I have my own money, I want to take my grandma to see Trans-Siberian Orchestra in person. She passed away too soon for me to be able to do that. I'd still like to go from by myself to cherish, and she would probably be there in spirit, I'm sure. Another thing she really was passionate about was schnauzers. I think I said in my last video, but my grandma absolutely loved miniature schnauzers. She thought the medium schnauzers and the giant schnauzers were ugly. Miniature schnauzers, and her favorite were salt and pepper. And that means they had like gray and black and white. Not full gray, not full black. And she was very, very passionate about her dogs. When I was growing up, we got a schnauzer. Me and my sister. I think we were like 8 when we got it. And we drove like 2 hours to go get this dog, this puppy. And Millie, her name was Millie. We named her Millie after Mildred, which was my great-grandma's name. No, we loved, and she passed away. And Millie was just little tiny black little schnauzer with a little white spot like on her nose is black, but like right out here on the bridge of her nose, a cloud butt I call it, because she had a little white on her butt. And my grandma, oh my gosh, she loved that dog. We all loved her. Like I said, my grandma was very, very passionate about schnauzers. I love some schnauzers. Drum corps. Just like I am drum and bugle corps, which is like, it's like band, like if y'all seen Drumline, it's like that, but no woodwinds. and a lot more competitive than that, like internationally. I don't even know if like bands are internationally competitive these days. Are they? They could be. I mean, it's the 20th freaking century. Anyway, passionate about drum corps. I was born into drum corps. I was born into it, you guys, and I'm passionate about it too. So she always took us to drum corps shows all the time, and that's why I got into it. And I remember this one time we were at a drum corps show here in Madison, Wisconsin. So the corps can perform on the field, even if there's like thunderstorm warning or tornado warning, whatever. The second you see that lightning is when that people have to get off the field because they're carrying huge metal instruments and girls are carrying huge metal flags. But I remember this one year, we're all sitting there, we're halfway through the dang show. It's like semifinals, I think that was, it used to be in Madison. I was real young yet, didn't quite understand it. And these big old dark clouds started coming in. And my grandma, I was sitting right next to my grandma and my aunt. Like my grandma was here, my aunt was in front of me. And I remember I was wearing these light up shoes that had paw prints on the bottom. So I was pretty young. I was really young if I was wearing light up paw print shoes. Anyway, my grandma was like holding my shoulder and she's like, it's going to be okay, because I didn't like loud things and we were sitting on metal benches and I had anxiety back then, okay? And this, like, you're sitting in this humongous football stadium and these clouds are rolling in and the lightning is coming and the rain is coming and the people are still on the field. I was tweaking out, you guys. My grandma was like trying to convince me that I could not die from electrocution because my sparkle light up shoes had rubber on them. I remember this so fondly. Like, she just was so passionate about me and drum corps, and she wasn't trying to leave that stadium to make sure that she got her money's worth for the drum corps. So she's like, we're not leaving. They might not even cancel. Like, she was just waiting last minute, you know? And I remember that fondly. Another thing she was passionate about was people. She loved making connections with people. She loved talking to people and making friends with people. She would put a stop to any drama, let me tell you. But she loved people. My neighborhood that I grew up in, it was amazing. We had this big pool in the backyard, and the neighbor kids would come over and play in our pool. And if my grandma wasn't home and needed us to be watched when we were old enough, all the neighbors would pitch in and come watch us and hang out and talk with us. Like, I could go to any neighbor's house and not even have to, my grandma didn't have to worry about us. I mean, it was a whole block, so like 10, 12 houses, and we all knew each other, and we all hung out, and we all played croquet on the boulevard. Like, we had a community flower garden, all this, you guys. Oh my gosh, she was very passionate about gardening, and I hated gardening. She always made me weed. Oh, I hated weeding, I hated gardening, I hated it all. But she was very passionate about that. She was very passionate about her Astro vans. She would always get Chevy Astro vans because she had a coffee service. It was called Phyllis's Coffee Service. It was quite successful for many, many years. I remember she had the Astro van, right? When the seats were taken out of the back, and this was before like they were really strict on laws with where you sit and stuff. Me and my sister were old enough, so we would both buckle in to the front passenger seat, and we'd buckle and she'd drive, and the back would be open for her coffee stuff. So we used to go to these businesses and go and clean the coffee makers and put the coffee in and stuff with Grandma. I remember that so vividly. She took us everywhere. She didn't have babysitters all the time. You know, we went everywhere with her. And with me, I take Colton everywhere with me. It's very, very, very rare if I don't take Colton somewhere with me and actually have a babysitter. And so, like, a lot of people are like, well, I don't understand why people take their kids everywhere. Well, when you broke, you have kids to take care of, you plan around them and what would be fun for them, even if you don't really enjoy it. My grandma was so selfless. She did everything for us, you guys. I'd say her number one passion in life was me and my sister. And then her own 4 kids. She just loved us all so much. You guys, I love my grandma. And I miss her so much. She did like wine too. And she was passionate about smoking. Not good. You guys, tell me about your grandmas. If I have inspired you guys to make a video about your grandmas, please feel free to make a video about your grandmas. I think in today's day and age, we're so busy. Especially us young adults. We're so freaking busy where there's so much expected of us that wasn't expected before. My own grandpa will say, I didn't have to do half the schooling as you did to get where I am in life. And here I am halfway through, you know. They expect so much of us these days that we forget to cherish those smaller things in life, like our relatives, like our grandparents. And for me, she made me who I am today, you guys. And if I've inspired you through these recipes, even though this is just a second one, multiple people have asked me, hey, do you mind if I make a video about my grandma? I don't care, girl, boy, whoever you are. I won't name names. Please make a video and cherish your relatives. I'd love to see recipes. Hell, I might try them by myself. I mean, I'm sharing you guys these basic recipes that my grandma made that I absolutely loved. Absolutely loved. And I mean, please feel free to use my video idea. I don't mind. But if you make $1 million, you better best let me know, okay? No, I'm just joking. Anyway, you guys, I really hope you like this meal. I know it's a lot more chatting than like eating, but I just have a lot to say about my grandma. Comment below anything you learned from this video or anything you want to know. Is there a specific question you want me to talk about that involves my grandma, please? Is there something you're curious about that I went through with my childhood that maybe my grandma had something to do with? I'm curious. Let me know. Maybe you're curious on how she disciplined me. Maybe you're curious on how she made me who I am today. I don't know. Ask me in the comments below. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I love you all. And I hope to see you next Wednesday for another episode of Phyllis is Cooking. Bye.